Alright, new character inbound, Morgan Elsbeth. I already did the developer's insights, which hopefully you checked out. It's pretty basic, but what the F, I made it, why not give it a look? But yeah, you're here for that kit reveal, so let's get it. Alright, move number 1, Blade of Talzin. Pretty basic, she just kind of cuts the enemy with her sword, which is on magic fire. Final text, deal physical damage to target enemy and Morgan gains defense up and protection up 50% for 1 turn. If the target enemy is inflicted with defense down, the weakest other non-tank Nightsister ally stealths for 1 turn. That's a mouthful, jeez. Weakest other non-tank Nightsister ally stealths for 1 turn. If Morgan is taunting, inflict target enemy with vulnerable for 1 turn. Special 1, my loyalty, my life, 4 cooldown. So she kind of just bows like she's meeting a king or queen, makes everyone see her magically flaming sword, and then hides it. Final text, dispel all buffs on all enemies, and all Nightsister allies recover 50% health and protection, and gain defense penetration up for 2 turns. That's cool, but it's also kind of pointless if... Oh wait, defense, never mind. I was thinking protection. The P threw me off. Never mind. I was gonna say, if your enemy doesn't have any more protection, they're down to health, and that does nothing. But never mind, I'm an idiot. Continuing. If Morgan is taunting, all Nightsister allies gain 20% turn meter and tenacity up for 2 turns. Fuck. What was that? Next up, special 2, let none pass, 4 cooldown, and it has a omicron. So this is basically a more aggressive version of her basic. Take that magically flaming sword and kind of slam that thing down hard. Oh, and you call in allies to assist apparently. So that's cool. What does it say though? Deal physical damage to target enemy, blind them for a turn, inflict them with armor shred for the rest of the encounter, and call all other Nightsister allies to assist. Wow, that does a lot. Alright. If this attack defeats an enemy, blind all enemies for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, does this move itself have to kill the enemy, or can the assists that follow, if they kill the enemy, does that count? You know what I mean? Like, does Morgan have to kill the enemy, or can the move as a whole just have to kill the enemy? Because if it's just the move as a whole, it's pretty cool that you have a better chance of actually doing that, which means then you can blind the whole entire enemy squad. Anyways, the Omicron in Grand Arena, best spot to have it. Stagger target enemy for 2 turns and expose all enemies and inflict them with buff immunity for 2 turns. Wow, so another thing added onto the one that used targeted stagger, and then everyone else gets exposed. That's like a resistance type thing, right? Oh, and buff immunity. That's cool too. If target enemy is inflicted with defense down, Nightsister allies deal an additional 5% damage, and the cooldown of their abilities is decreased by 1. All Nightsister allies gain Frenzy for 1 turn and protection up 50% for 2 turns. Frenzy, man, that used to be a move that only Biston had, and now it's getting popular. I hear it all the time. Unique 1, Preordained Destiny. It's a Zeta. Final text. At the start of battle, all Nightsister allies gain 10% critical chance, defense, and max health, 30% tenacity, and 50% max health. Whenever another Nightsister ally stealths, they gain 15% critical damage for 1 turn. Morgan taunts for 1 turns. Okay. I didn't know 1 was plural. And all Nightsister allies recover 25% health. Whenever a Nightsister ally gains Foresight, they gain 20% offense for 1 turn. There you go. And all Nightsister allies recover 25% protection. Whenever a Nightsister ally critically hits an enemy, that enemy is inflicted with defense down for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. The first time each other Nightsister ally falls below 20% health, they gain Foresight and Stealth for 2 turns. Morgan gains 20% defense until the end of the encounter, and they and Morgan recover 30% health and protection, and gain 30% turn meter. Jeez. Oh my god, there is so much on this one. Whenever Morgan is defeated, inflict all enemies with health down for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. All Nightsister allies recover 100% health and protection, and gain 5% critical avoidance and defense, plus an additional 10% critical avoidance and defense per relic amplifier level Morgan had until the end of the encounter. Well, that's weird. That's almost like a GL status. Whenever Morgan taunts, all Nightsister allies recover 20% health and protection, and gain 15% offense until she loses taunt. Whenever she loses taunt, she recovers 5% health and protection and gains 10% turn meter. Defeated allies can't be revived. This effect perishes through defeat. Jeez, this is just a unique? Yeah, there's a lot of crap going on just in this unique. This is like a omicron leader ability or something, not just a regular unique. I know that they want to put Morgan to be part of like a new Nightsister squad and not subbed into the existing lineup, but holy crap, I think she would she would offer tons of utility to the existing lineup. Popping her in, like who could you take out? I don't know. I mean, right now there's kind of an open spot. Anyways, you're gonna have Talzin, you're gonna have Old Daka, and Marin, if you have Marin, and Zombie. So I guess that last slot could be her, and jeez, all this crap they'd be getting? That's a lot. Like, this is crazy how long this is for not a leader ability and not an Omicron, and not a GL character. She's just a marquee character. Well, anyways, let's see what the community says. Lightspeed bundle when? Okay, dumb. That last ability with the Zeta is 8 pegos. Yeah, I know. Yeah, old Nightsisters really needed all this thing. Ugh, like old Rex with Phoenix. That's true. I mean, Phoenix is actually good now with Captain Rex. They're really good now. They went from being, like, highly synergetic but kind of sucky to, like, highly synergetic and kind of goody. They're almost, like, on a CLS level. Actually, I think they're better than a CLS squad now, because I was using CLS squad the other day in Conquest, kept losing. So then I switched it up and put Phoenix squad in, dominated. I was like, okay, cool. So much for my CLS squad. Old Nightsisters rely on revives while Morgan shuts down. This can only work with a later team. It does work with revives, but I guess you got a point. I didn't think of that. Never mind. Yeah, this kit doesn't really care about revives, but still, if it did, imagine. Oof. Is there a way to make posts like this? What? Like this a sticky? Like on the old forums? What does that mean? First, looks decent. I love only one Omicron. Don't all marquees only have one Omicron? They sure do. It's Conquest characters that have 3. I don't think there's anybody that has 2 yet. Just to check, is Dark now a tag? Separate from Dark Side? If it says Dark, then that's just a typo. This Drek is just depressing. What the heck does that mean? No, it's fitting. They put a question mark, like, what is Drek? What do you mean? This looks great. I'm excited to see her come to the game. However, I'm surprised she does not have the Imperial Remnant tag or even Empire. Imperial Remnant? Nah. But Empire? Yeah, that would make sense. Because even though she's a Nightsister, she was working pretty heavily with Thrawn and all that. So, Empire, I don't know. I guess she wasn't really affiliated with Empire. She was just working with it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like in World War I. Well, let's say World War II, any of the world wars, you know, there was countries that were allied together, but we didn't become one country. We were still our own individual countries. We were just working with each other. Well, that's like her. She's Nightsister, just working with the Empire. She wasn't really part of it. Good stuff. Does the defeated allies can't be revived override zombies self-revive? I don't think so. Because zombies self-revive is constantly, even if you use Annihilate, it still comes back. If you use Jabba's ultimate, it still comes back. So I don't think it counts. Because zombies is supposed to be all about, it's not a real revive. Zombies is, it's a zombie. So just because you killed one, there's another one to come up in its place. It's not like a real revive where the one character died and then you revived it. This is supposed to be infinite. Almost kind of like B1, you know? That seems implied based on the fact portion. I don't think so. If Morgan is tanking, what do you need zombie for? Although I'm not sure it is a revive in the traditional sense, it seems like a new spawn as destroy effects don't work, nor does Boba's execute. Yeah, that one too. Well, the point is, you're not supposed to use Morgan in the traditional Nightsister squad. So, that's where your comment doesn't make sense. She'll be a tank for the new Nightsister. Wow, Nightsister team, meaning that she will use Spirit and Acolyte rather than Daka, Zombie, and Merlin. Merlin? It's not Merlin. It's now I'm drawing a blank because there's Marin. Like in the current squad setup. Yeah, that's what I just said. Hell yeah, brother. CG is cooking with the new animations. Can't wait to see the one and only Balin's skull in the holotables. Also, the new form is impressively shiny. I don't like the new forms. It's a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. And I don't like how I gotta dig around to find the kit reveal. Like before, how it was obvious. Now I gotta click on one article to find the link to the kit reveal, then click that link, and now I'm in the kit reveal. And then trying to save the picture for the thumbnail is more of a pain in the dick too. Before, I used to be able to kind of just, you know, put a little pressure on the screen, and then boom, a thing would pop up. I could say save to photos, done. Now I gotta go through all this nonsense where I open it, then I say download, then I say view, then I can click on it from there, then I can make the pop-up come up and say save to photos. I don't like this. I want the old forums back. Anyways though, Balin's skull. Yes, he is pretty cool. It's unfortunate that the actor passed in real life because I guess we're not going to be able to see any more Balin's skull. I mean, I guess you could, but it's going to be a different actor, and it just makes things kind of weird. Like they did with Spartacus, the original well, not the original, but from the 60s, but you know, from the show that was on Stars. The original season 1 actor passed away from cancer, and then that's when they got a different guy in to do the rest of the seasons, but still, at first it's a little awkward, like, what? Who's this guy? And that'll be like the situation with Balin. Or kind of like how they changed War Machine Rhodes when it was what the heck's his name? The guy that's great at math, Terrence Howard, and then it went to Don Cheadle. It was weird at first, but then he got used to it after Don was in everything. But anyways, that's all I got. This kit, it wasn't sounding too impressive until you get to this unique, and then it was like, oh my god, what the F is going on here? But yeah, kit reveal for Morgan Elsbeth, whatever the heck her name is. So, start of a new Nightsister squad, I guess. They want to have 2 Nightsister teams in the game. Anyways, I guess that's all I got. So, thanks for checking this out. Until next time, I said see ya.